Hey, what is going on guys? My name is BloodHound and welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see from the background gameplay, I decided to play the Call of Duty World War II beta on PC, and I'll have to admit, I was pleased with it. However, I am not saying it's perfect, in fact, it's far from it. I'll go over a list of positives and negatives that I've experienced from my time played over the weekend. Keep in mind that I am purely basing my opinions on feels over reals, and I do not know much about Call of Duty compared to Battlefield, so I may be uneducated in certain parts of the video, so if you find me slip up, let me know. With that out the way, let's go over some positives. Weapons within each category felt different, with some being better than others. Weapons such as the LMGs have an abysmally long reload, approaching or even surpassing the likes of Battlefield, something you don't really want in a small arcade shooter. Submachine guns felt very good, nothing new from the COD franchise. Moving on, the maps available to the beta were good or at least acceptable. No map really stood out as being garbage tier, and if a certain line of sight within a map was too long to go through, there were always shortcuts or different routes I could take to reach my intended destination. Now in terms of graphical fidelity, it looks a tad bit better than its console counterpart. Colors did feel a bit washed out and not as vibrant compared to a game like Black Ops 3, but that's to be expected with its World War II setting. HDR support is supposed to be available on launch, so that should help with bringing out some more color into the game. In no means does this game even come close to the beauty of the Frostbite engine, but it isn't bad to the point that it was bothering me. Up next, I'll go into some negatives about the beta. An issue that is exclusive to the PC port would have to be the default key bindings and options. The entire user interface is clunky and not very user-friendly. This is one aspect about the game that really brings to light what a PC port is. Key bindings are also very odd and not something you'd expect from a shooter. I'd suggest changing them before you even hop into your first game. Now for some odd reason, the game also decides to change the volume of your microphone. While there is an option to adjust it in the settings, I feel that it's not needed as you can tweak your microphone settings outside of the game. It may not affect normal everyday users, but for a streamer, it can screw up your audio and make your stream somewhat unpleasant to hear until you resolve the issue yourself. Weapon balancing also needs to be looked at. Incendiary shells for shotguns are almost a guaranteed kill, and weapons such as the STG just stand out amongst the rest in the class. The MG42 machine gun also needs to be nerfed. The amount of deaths that I've received that were near 1 frames were absurd. The ease of use for the MG42 offers way too much reward in my opinion. It makes some objective game modes like War almost unplayable. Speaking of which, some objectives in War can be very difficult to progress through, specifically building the bridge. Constant fire from MG42s, snipers, and grenades pretty much make building the bridge a death sentence. With those negatives out the way, let's move into optimization. I've heard online about people getting crashes and multiple other issues. Personally, I didn't crash, but I did experience some frame stuttering from time to time. I was only kicked out of the game when updates went live during my playtime. Other than that, the game ran surprisingly well for PC port while in a beta at that. Divisions such as Airborne, Armored, and Infantry offer some unique ways to spice up your gameplay. Some possess the ability to add suppressors on certain weapons, mount bipod onto light machine guns, and increase soldier movement speeds while aiming down the sights. I highly prefer the divisions in Call of Duty World War II than the specialist system present in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. If you're looking to buy this game on PC, I would advise, as with any other game, do not pre-order. Wait until the official release to see some reviews first, and even then I'd wait until the game goes on sale. The Call of Duty PC player base is very small and isn't worth throwing $60 on day one to have empty lobbies by the 3rd month of its life cycle. However, if you're on console, I'd say go for it. At the end of the day, it's still Call of Duty, so it'll sell like hotcakes. It also seems to be a much better game than the past few years that Call of Duty has had to offer. So yeah, that's the Call of Duty World War II PC beta for you. If you have any thoughts or opinions about this video or the beta itself, make sure to drop them in a comment down below. My social media links are down below in the description as well, so check those out if you haven't already. And as always, it's been BloodHound, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.